What's going on, everyone? This is Alex, USA Days. So today we're going to talk about future of manual QA. Sometimes I get comments that ask me about this, and I want to address this. Here's the comment that I had: what advice do you have for people who start in manual QA with no experience? And then a follow-up response: don't waste time. Manual testing has died. You won't get a job without at least knowing JavaScript, algorithms, and automation testing. Okay, so to address this comment, I created a slideshow. A PDF file will be available for download on my Patreon. So if you want to see the whole slides downloaded, access the links without a PDF file, it will be available on the Patreon, Alex USA Days, and for free. You don't have to have any specific tier, just follow the Patreon in general. All right, so let's talk about manual QA. USA jobs in IT sector will grow. According to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, as of September 2021, the job growth rate for QA analysts, software developers, and testers is expected to be about 22% between 2020 and 2030, faster than average. This will account for an estimated increase of 409,500 jobs in the field. There is a source, you can go and check out the link. So that means new jobs will be created already on the numbers that we have right now. And this is not counting the people that are retiring, leaving the field, and so on. It's just new positions created, right? Here is the job outlook. And over here, we have software quality assurance analysts and testers grows 20%, just for them. Okay, not other bundled in, not software developers, but just the QA, 20%. Let me tell you about the Boeing 737 Max. The Boeing 737 Max passenger airliner was grounded worldwide between March 2019 and December 2020, and even longer in many jurisdictions. The accident and grounding cost Boeing an estimate of 20 billion in fines, compensation, and legal fees, with indirect losses of more than 60 billion from 1,200 canceled orders. Here's a source in Wikipedia. You can go and read about Boeing 737. So knowing this, I'm going to ask you, would you fly airplane tested only by developers, right? Would you? Now, during the development of the Boeing 737 MAX, Boeing and the FAA reduced examination and testing of the MCAC, so Maneuvering Characteristic Augmentation System design. So this is the actual system that was responsible for the grounding and all the crashes that happened with Boeing. And then they decided not to include information about MCAC in pilots' manuals, so nobody reviewed those, I guess, or QA documentation wasn't QA. Even though Boeing's safety analysis assumed that pilots would be the main safety check if the system malfunctioned. Developers doing QA job is the new trend. You can hear about it everywhere. They talk about it. And I think it kind of goes back and forth all the time. The focus will shift towards developers, and then the product will start having quality issues, and then we got to hire QA again. So it's kind of just it's the thing that is keep on swinging from one side to another. But let's talk about some risks when there are no QA and developers doing QA, only developers doing QA, no QA at all. So time allocation. When a company removes the QA team, developers are tasked with testing their own code, diverting their focus from coding and development. This relocation of time may lead to delays in project timelines and hinder the timely delivery of features. Minimal testing scenarios. Without dedicated career professionals, developers may primarily focus on ensuring the happy path. So, scenarios where the code is expected to work perfectly under ideal conditions. This can lead to lack of coverage for edge cases, potential bugs, and scenarios outside of the expected norms, so like negative testing. Now, limited environment consideration. So developers may test their code in environments that they mirror their own machines, leading to a false sense of security. This it works with my machine mentality can result in overlooking compatibility issues across different environments or deployment scenarios. Development time versus QA time. While developers are essential for building and maintaining software, their time is often more expensive compared to dedicated QA professionals. Shifting testing responsibilities to developers may not be cost-effective solution in the long run. And then risk of compromised quality. QA teams play a crucial role in ensuring the overall quality, reliability, and security of software. Removing this layer of quality control may expose the company to increased risks, including the release of defective software and subsequent reputational damage. So, in summary, eliminating the QA function within a company can have a far-reaching consequences impacting development timelines, software quality, and overall business success. While cost considerations are essential, a strategic approach to maintaining a balance between development and testing resources is crucial for achieving sustainable and high-quality software products. All right. Then I want to ask you how many of you have iPhones, but for some reason use Google Maps, right? Um, why you're not using Apple Maps? You have iPhones, they come with Apple Maps. Why not use Apple Maps? So ask yourself, why is that? And why is that happening? Does quality of product plays a role in that, right? So when you exclude quality assurance from the development process, you end up with products that aren't as good and can't compete well in the market. QA plays a crucial role in making sure a product works well, meets customer needs, and stands out from the competition. All right, the next big idea. Let's outsource all of the QA. I'm not going to mention all of the risk of doing that, but I'm going to mention some. So one of them is data security risks. When QA activities involve sharing sensitive information, test cases, or intellectual property with external teams, there's a potential risk of data security. If not adequately protected, this information may become susceptible to unauthorized access, leading to security breaches. Just Google how the cybersecurity crime rate in the United States. Communication challenges. Difference in languages, time zones, and cultural nuances may lead to miscommunication, resulting in misalignment objectives between business and the QA team. All right. I'm not going to mention more, but there's a lot of things to mention. And then outsourcing in general, I'm giving you an example that happened recently. So Alphabet incorporated Google in Russia. So Russia unit filed for bankruptcy in summer 2022 after authorities seized its bank account, making it impossible to pay staff and vendors. Free services, including search and YouTube, have continued operating. But the point here is it's important to have your critical infrastructure, your testing, your development effort in-house in the United States, especially if you're building huge projects somewhere where the political environment is not safe. All right, so what's going to happen next? So I think what we will see, I mean, manual testing kind of becomes somewhat a point of discussion. Should we name testing as manual testing? Is manual testing really a thing anymore? Should everything be automated? Right? I think manual testing not going to go anywhere. You're still going to have testers, but something's going to shift. Maybe they're going to change. Maybe the new name is needed. So some things that I thought about, you can talk about going from manual testing to full stack testing and natural testing, or even rename manual testing into natural testing, right? So the evolution of testing in the tech industry is an ongoing process marked by changing methodologies, tools, and approaches. So one way to look at it as natural testing. So natural testing involves testing products in real-world scenarios, mimicking natural user interactions and environments. This approach goes beyond traditional scripted testing and focuses on the organic ways users interact with the product. So this is what manual testing can become, right? Or going to be more emphasized on that. And then full stack testing. So full stack testing involves testing the entire technology stack of an application from front end, back end to ensure seamless integration and functionality across all layers. So someone who will be a full stack QA engineer will work on QA scenarios, testing, some manual stuff, some automation stuff, a little bit of everything kind of thing, right? Um, so what to do? What to do based on all that information, or what would I do, right? If I'm going into the field. So I will start with manual testing still. It's not going to go anywhere. I think tech industry in general is going through some hard times right now because of the economy mostly. But as soon as the economy going to pick up, we're going to see more jobs being available, right? So more hiring going to happen, and you've seen from the labor statistics, it's going to grow. So start learning software testing fundamentals. Just get in the field, try to learn the field, get into the manual testing. Even if there are no jobs, just do something, do freelance. And once you do, just start working on automation. Start learning automation tools like Selenium or Playwright. So, get a little bit of coding experience. Now, creating automation doesn't mean you have to be a programmer or a developer. You just have to learn the tool. You have to learn uh, language enough so you can script, you can create test and script scenarios, but not necessarily learn an algorithm and being a developer per se. And then once you're there, you can always explore other career options in tech industry. And one thing to remember, you always have to keep on learning. That's just what it is in tech in general. Okay, so I made my points based on the comment. Let me know what you think and what conclusion you have based on the information presented. Now, if you want to download the slides as a PDF, check my Patreon. This was Alex USA Days. Thanks for watching and bye bye.